Alright guys, thank you guys for checking out this video. As always, I appreciate it. We got another haircut tutorial for you, and this one we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to do this haircut. I really like the color on top. It's actually inspired me to later on practice on more hair coloring and things, and add some diversity to my services that I offer. But we're going to do a ball fade, skin fade. I'm going to show you guys the haircut when it's done, and then we're going to put some enhancements on it and then show you guys the haircut after it's enhanced. Hopefully you guys like it. Hope you guys learned something from this video. As always, I appreciate it so much. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you enjoy the content on here. And see you guys in the next video. Alright, so you guys can already tell we're going to bald it out. I'm using the slim lines this time to bald it out because I put a new blade on them. I got it fixed and they're hitting, man. I could bald out quick with them. So I finished all my bald fades. As long as they don't have sensitive skin, with the Andy shaver, gives it that smooth polished finish, and it adds a little oomph to the fade. Really gives it that detailed look. Alright, so here we're using the cordless wall magic clips, the #1 guard. It is open, and we're going up pretty high because we're gonna start to set the base of the haircut. So I could tell that like right where the ridge is, it's about a 3. So we went up with the one open, coming off of the ridge, not into the ridge, and leaving us a little bit of bulk, but it's soft. There's no hard lines, so the #2 guard should clean that all up. Alright, so now we have the #1 guard, and we're going to go all the way up, and we're going to stop right below where we left off with the #1 guard open. And this is just setting our base, so it's making it much easier for us to blend from the 0. We know we're just blending into a #1. And then we're giving ourselves a bunch of space to make that nice transition. Because from the 0 to the 1 guard close, that's where your blend really matters. That's where the details really matter. Here we have the 1.5 guard, and I believe it's like halfway open, and that's just to polish everything up, kind of connect the one open to the parietal ridge area. You can see we're not shaving in. We left some length there. Here we're doing a little bit of clipper over comb. I don't do a lot of clipper over comb work, but for some reason I just grab the comb and polish this up a little bit, especially right around the ridge area. If the hairs are like poking out a little bit, it's a good way to smoothen things out. Alright, so now we have no guard. It's all the way closed, and you can see we went up like a 1/4 inch. We opened it up some, and we're going up another 1/4 inch. We'll probably open it up another 2 times, and that'll complete the blend, where the next step would just be detailing the blend and making it as picture perfect as you can get it, as Instagram ready. And you don't have to, but you can use the 1/2 guard to really polish things up into the #1 guard, because you guys know, like, a lot of times you kind of depend on the blade all the way open with no guard. You depend on the 1/2 guard to blend that into the #1. But there's certain techniques that you can do, like using the corners, like tilting the clipper and scraping a little bit. There's different techniques that you can use to avoid using the 1/2 guard, but honestly, for beginners, just use the 1/2 guard. It makes your life easier. And we're doing the same exact thing on this side. Close, 1/4 inch up, open it up some, 1/4 inch up, about 3 or 4 opens, and you should be blended. Now you get through this process as quickly as possible, you can spend more time detailing the work. because you only have a half-hour window, or at least me, I have a half-hour window to complete this haircut. So I know if I'm looking at my time and I get through this system in 10 minutes, for example, then I can spend a whole lot more time detailing it, and that's what really matters. That's what makes your fade look, like the pictures you see, on Instagram or whatever, without the Photoshop though. It's just a way to get a realistic haircut in a 30-minute window. So, I could tell he's a little bit light on the corners, on the sides, lighter than the rest of his head, so I kind of take my time there. And this is the one guard open, and we're just using the corners and kind of detailing. Alright, the system is done. Now we really start to do some detail work. And detail work is mostly all trial and error. It's a matter of, trying to guard, seeing how much it takes off. If you see a dark spot, you can eyeball it and say, hey, a half guard might take this out. If you try and it doesn't, maybe you got to open it, or maybe you got to close it until that blemish, that line is taken out. But it's all trial and error. So if you go through the system as quickly as possible, you give yourself more time in that 30-minute window to do a little bit more trial and error. And this is mostly on the first visit that your client has. So, for a first-time client, you got to spend a lot more time detailing. But once you've been cutting that person's hair for a particular amount of time, then you know all their imperfections right off the gate. So your haircut becomes quicker. A lot of people don't have patience, and they think that, man, these guys are doing way faster than I am. Well, if you're a new barber, most of the time they're new clients. So right off the bat, your consultations are going to take longer. It's, figuring out people's head shapes and how to attack a certain part of their haircut is going to take longer. So all your haircuts consistently are going to take longer. Whereas somebody who's experienced, I'm sorry guys, I'm ranting, I'm rambling on, but follow along in the captions. That's why they're there. But just to finish the point, guys, have patience. Speed is going to come. Have patience. Trust the process. So you guys can see with the detailing work, everything's starting to come together. The blend's really starting to get there. And that initial guideline usually is the hardest line to take out. Sometimes you gotta go back to the tool that you used to put that line in, like I'm doing right here. And this is the half guard. This is what I was telling you with that can bring together the blade open to the one guard closed. This guard right here can bring that together. So one of the things I'm focused on right now is learning how to color hair like this client has. I want to be able to do that. I think it's dope. I think it's an awesome skill to have, and I just want to diversify my my arsenal. What type of services I can bring to the table, So a lot of times, certain parts, like if you see me touch up a part that didn't look like it needed any touch up, a lot of times it's because I'm looking at it from a certain angle and it doesn't look the same. It don't look the same as it does from the side if I'm looking at it from a front view angle. So that's why I turn the chair. I use the chair much more than I use my body. I use the chair and I use the mirror, and I look at the haircut in different angles. Alright, so here I'm texturizing. He doesn't want any length off, but I definitely want to add some texture so that when we style his hair, it's got a little bit more edginess to it. I'm doing like I'm not doing like soft texturizing. I'm really cutting in there at an angle. It's amazing what this technique does to the hair, man. Cause I hear a lot of stylists say that style doesn't come from product. Product helps the longevity of the style, but style comes from a good haircut. So you can give people style with the blow dryer and with some good scissor work. And here I'm using the Slimline LIs. He's got a very light hairline. I'm not gonna try to push that back. I'm not gonna do that to him. But we're gonna do the best we can with his hairline. And right here, after I line it up, sometimes you see a little bit of bulk. I feel like after a lineup, you really start to see what the blend looks like. So, don't worry about it. Go back and touch it up like I'm doing here. So he wanted a part on the right side, so we're going to go ahead and give him a part. Something light, nothing crazy. We're not Moses. We're not going to part the ocean, right? We're not going to give a huge, wide part. We're going to keep it light, keep it subtle. Edge the top, but also line up the bottom. Alright, and quick shameless plug-in. Gotta plug the Tune 45 products. You can go to tune45.com to get our shave gel, get our straight razor, and put in some work.
J hits on the beat.
And this razor blade has 3 different exposures. It has your unexposed, your exposed, and your super exposure. It has the option of all 3. So this one right here, I'm using just the regular exposed. We have a cartridge that gives you a way more exposed look. See the lines together. Now we're gonna start to blow dry the hair using a Denman brush, and we're just blow drying it into the direction that we want. I feel like this is where the hair wants to lay, so I'm just gonna heat it up a little bit, the hair, give it some direction. Here I'm doing some slicing. I feel like in this area, if it falls over, a little bit of slicing will let it fall into the blend a little bit nicer, a little bit more naturally. Just trying to step up my shear game, man. I hope you guys are noticing. Alright, so now we'll apply some product. And I think that's going to be something that I do in the near future. Start challenging YouTube barbers to step up their shear game, their hair color game, just everything in general. So here we're, parting the hair, piecing it together, and try to give it a little bit of a different look. So this is the blend before the enhancement. I want to show you guys the before and after. So that was the before. We're gonna put some hairspray, and now we're gonna put some hair fiber. So I don't use hair fibers a lot, hence why I'm using the card here. This is an old tutorial that I recorded. I don't need to use the card no more. I realized that. So you guys will see me do some more color enhancement, some more tutorials with the color enhancement. And I don't use the card. So here we'll finish it with the liners. But I definitely want to show you guys, I don't want to do the tutorials and show you guys the finished haircut. The finished enhancement without showing you the finished haircut. So you guys can see that enhancements ain't to hide anything, it's just supposed to enhance. He had a light hairline, and I think this is gonna make the blend pop as well. So spray some more hairspray, and there's the finished product, man, after it was enhanced. I feel like the blend popped even more with that enhancement. Look at that, that's kind of blurry. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe. Alright, so as you guys know, my channel isn't just about haircutting. It's about barbering. It's about becoming a barber. It's about pushing the envelope. It's about doing things outside of just behind the chair and bringing you guys along that journey. So since I started my channel, I've started, you know, I had headlines. It's grown immensely. We have 7 locations now. 245. The product line has been doing amazing. Been traveling the world, educating, and it's been surreal what barbering has done for me. And I've just been trying to share that journey with you guys. So don't forget to check out these vlogs, these videos. We got a lot more coming out, and I'm just bringing you guys along the journey. So this is the last one. I was in London with Larry the Barber Man, Eagle Barbers, and Harry Pirate. It was amazing. Just want to share this experience with you guys. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think.